Okay, welcome to tutorial again in desktop, just because it's nice and quick, about how to rotate something at a variable speed. So here we have a cat in my world, and I have selected the cat in the inspector, and I want to rotate it at a variable speed. Most people try and use spinner, link in the video description for this, but spinner isn't the right move because spinner doesn't allow you to change the speed. If you want to change the speed, you cannot use spinner. If it's a static speed, use spinner, it's better, but if it's a variable speed, keep on watching. So I'm going to grab our logics tip, and I'm going to grab onto the cat. I'm going to push R. That gets us the logics interface card for the cat. Then we're done with inspectors. The logics interface card has this rotation value, which we'll be using in just a moment. First of all, a quick adjunct about the best node for rotation, which you can find in math rotation. Inside math rotation, there is a node called axis angle. We're going to spawn axis angle, and then we're going to use it. So axis angle takes an axis of rotation, which is like which part of the rotation do we want to affect. In this case, we want to spin it on the Y, so I'm going to put 1 into the Y column of this float 3. And then to the second property, we need to put our amount, or the angle. So if I put 90 in here, the end result is a 90-degree rotation on the Y-axis that comes out here as a float Q. So we could plug this in, and we'll see a 90-degree rotation on the cat. The trick for doing a variable speed rotation is to take this value and multiply it by the current rotation of the cat. In float Qs, quaternions, however you want to pronounce it, I can't pronounce it. If you do multiply it, you're basically doing add. It's a long story. Float Qs are like evil. So we take the axis angle that we have here, and we're going to multiply it by the current rotation, and then we're going to drive that back in. And now you'll see it's rotating incredibly fast, because what's happening here is I'm saying add a 90-degree rotation every frame to this. So if you lower this down, we drop this down to 1, you'll see that we now get a nice, smooth cat. Let's add a speed control. So actually, let's do a speed control with this. So if we go create new object, Neos UI slider, we'll inspect the slider. And we'll say that the maximum value is, let's say, 50, and the minimum value is 0. And then we will plug that. Neo slider into our axis angle. But we're going to do that via a smooth lerp, so we have nice smoothing between our speeds. So if you go to math, and then we go down here to smooth lerp, then we can plug this in. So we take the value into smooth lerp, that into there, and then we need a smoothing speed. Let's do 2. Great. Move everything out the way. And now we've got a cat that we can speed up and slow down. Speed up and slow down. We can go all the way back there, and it'll stop. Speed up, slow down. That's how you do variable speed, or at least one way. The important thing to note here is that we take a rotation that we currently have, as in the current rotation, and we multiply it by a rotation that we'd like to add. And the adding part is derived from how fast we want to add that bit. So we want to add 90 degrees each tick, then that'll be a faster rotation. I will see you again next time.